Y'all, Austin and Lexi had their baby today, and he is still here. So we're probably going to try to be as efficient as possible and get him back out. Make a lot of noise for the music that you love and make a lot of noise for your friends and all that stuff. With that being said, introducing Father times 2, your host of the Playlisted podcast, Austin Burke.
How we doing? You guys feeling good? All right, let's go. We got a good show tonight. I'm super excited about it. It's gonna be wild, only because of all the things that went into place to make this show happen. It's been crazy. So we'll talk. We got to talk all about this in a second. But how's your week been?
Been good. How's your week?
It's been good. It's been
nothing compared to yours.
No. I want to know about the girl shit.
I don't think that's going anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
On to the next.
It's,
huh?
You know?
On to the next.
Maybe next year I'll go on another date and we can talk about that.
Damn.
Just gonna do like one a year. No, just kidding.
That's crazy. Well, before we get these guests out, I want to give a quick shout out to Pickers Vodka. Okay, we got Pickers Vodka here. And I do want to let everybody in the bar know, only on Monday nights at the Playlisted podcast can you get $5 Pickers shots, $5 Pickers drinks. So all night tonight, $5 Pickers. We also just did an awesome deal. They just got bought out by Big Machine. It's pretty cool. If you make the A-list tonight, which means that you hear this sound. If you make the A-list tonight, what happens is you have a chance to play in front of all the Big Machine A&R staff. So we got a special show once a month down at Big Machine Distillery, and you get a chance to perform in front of a lot of cool people that can maybe give you a record deal. So this show's going places. Thank you to Pickers Vodka for making that happen. All the artists that perform tonight get a little goodie bag as well. But with all that being said, we have some special guests tonight I'm super excited about. So give it up for Jamie Shoemaker and Tyler Rich. Let's go. Beers flying. How we doing, boys?
I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm ready, man. This is incredible. I've came twice to Playlisted, and there's nothing better.
Let's go, dude. I thought you were being like Allen Iverson, like I'm just happy to be here.
Dude, I got an MJ shirt on.
Oh yeah,
man.
What's the dude that was? He's like I'm just here.
No, that was AI.
Yeah,
that was AI for sure.
Oh man, Jamie Shoemaker from Upstart Music. He is somebody that if you're a new artist in town, he will find you. It's unbelievable. He finds more talent before they move to Nashville than anybody. It's really awesome what he does. He's got an incredible Instagram, incredible website, and he's all about bringing the community together as well. That's what Upstart is all about. And we're going to talk a little bit about that later. But I just wanted to intro you.
I appreciate it, man.
But you're a badass.
Good.
This dude, like, I had nothing going on. Probably 2017, sends me a DM, and he's like, "Hey, man, want to feature you on my page?" And I was like, "Holy shit, yeah!" Like, he's there before Billboard, before Rolling Stone, before anybody. He's the man. So give it up for Jamie Shoemaker, everybody.
I mean, you can if you want.
Jimmy Shoemaker.
My dad's Jimmy. I mean, you can call me Jimmy if you want.
And this guy right here, man, he was on a couple weeks ago, and is just so many cool things to say about him. But one of my favorite things is that he had a 4-show run this weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Last night you played in freaking Washington, D.C. for your 9th cousin, Abraham Lincoln in Washington, D.C.
I was here for that episode when you went through it all.
Yeah.
It was great.
He's 9th cousins with Abraham Lincoln. If he lived in Arkansas, they'd be first cousins, but that's a different story. You're here now.
I'm here. I'm happy.
You were almost not here. We got a flight for Tyler Rich to be here tonight for you guys. It is such an honor to have you, brother. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, man.
Making
Happy
it
to be
happen.
here.
He flew with his dog on Southwest. Let's go.
I know.
Let's
yeah,
go,
he was
man.
stressed.
Was
It
he?
was good. Yeah,
He was stressed or you were stressed?
same. Yeah, it was
Who
stressful.
was stressed?
Everyone.
Oh.
Yeah,
The flight attendants
Everyone.
too, the pilot, everybody.
yeah.
Wouldn't want to
great.
be
I
on
don't know
that
how you
flight.
fly with a dog anymore. It's impossible. I love that you can do that.
He was so
Um,
good, except for when we're on the plane and then the takeoff just started it all.
Oh, shit.
What
So he
kind
just-
of dog?
It's a Husky Belgian Malinois mix.
Okay.
And so he's super militant. He listens. He's very well trained. And then the Husky comes out sometimes,
Yeah.
and he's just aloof and doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was today.
The flight attendant's like, sir, can you please buckle your seatbelt at landing?
They were more like, sir, can I take your dog home? Yeah. He has that effect. He's a sweet boy.
That's awesome. Well, I'm going to explain to you guys a little bit about what this show's all about. I know these guys have been here before, but if you haven't been to the Playlisted podcast, it's basically like a writer's round in Nashville, but it's not, okay? So we have 6 artists tonight. They're going to come up. They're going to sing a song. They're going to try to impress us. We're going to give them feedback. We're going to give them anything that we have learned along the way to help guide them down their path. They're young. They're talented. They're hungry. And they are the next up in Nashville. And that's kind of what the show's all about. And so we're excited to see this talent and see what happens. So with that being said, Jamie, why don't you go ahead and draw the first name from the
Here we
hat?
go. Not here, right?
Not here, not
Negative.
here.
Moving
that,
on.
That stands
Not
for
good.
Chandler James. Come on up here, Chandler.
Okay.
Chandler James filled in last minute.
I had one job and I couldn't even get it done. Come on.
No, that's my fault, dude. Oh my God, this show is
It was dramatic. That was good.
That was
the
dramatic.
drum roll
It was.
and then
Chandler
not here.
James. Chandler James. He's coming up. Anyways, Jamie. So when I first started this podcast, we talked about getting you on, and I'm excited to have you. But you originally are from New York.
Rochester.
Rochester,
So like
New York.
Western New York, a lot of people will be like, oh, the city, right? And it's about 6.5 from the city. So Western New York, baby. Go Bills.
So you're originally from New York. I guess my first question is,
You look like you're from New York.
what brought you to country music of all music? What drew you into country music, and then what made you start Upstar? What was kind of that story?
Yeah, so I grew up, my dad was a big Jimmy Buffett guy, the Eagles, and he plays about the same CD all the time at the pool. So, and Toby Keith, ZBB, so I grew up like in his van listening to that. But probably like middle school when I started discovering my own music, it was like rap. It was Jay-Z, old Kanye West, little Kid Cudi in there.
I love you said old Kanye West because
Yeah, we can't. Hey,
Yeah.
old Kanye.
I thought he was
West.
about to do the trifecta on us. I thought he was about to say Jay-Z, Kanye,
Diddy.
and P.
P.
Diddy.
Diddy.
And I was
No,
about to
no,
say,
no.
holy shit,
I
is that
feel-
where we're going tonight?
I feel
No.
like you say anybody says Kanye West. I think you don't have to say old. I think we all know that we only liked old Kanye West.
Yeah, no, old
Goes without.
Kanye.
Music
So-
and guy.
So kind of got into rap, pop top 40, and probably end of middle school, I kind of started getting into country music and just the storytelling and, everything about country music really stood out to me. And it hit me like a drug. I wanted more of it. I was discovering music left and right. And probably for the first few years, you're listening to what's on the radio and the big artists. And then I just got to the point where I was like, man, there's got to be more. And this is before TikTok, before Spotify, was really big on discovery. So I just had to go online and find articles and things like that and kind of made just a list. I didn't know if they were good to me. So I started going to my friends and be like, hey, check these out, get back to me, let me know what you think.
You were the plug.
Exactly.
The country music plug.
That's what it was. And they would come back like, dude, where'd you find that? I said, I can't tell you, but I can find more. But that's kind of my background with music. Can't play an instrument, never have, can't sing. 3rd grade, you go into the music room, write down 3 instruments you want to play. I think it was saxophone, trumpet, 'cause my whole family played the trumpet.
Hell yeah.
And trombone. I was terrible at all 3, and he said, you're going to play the baritone. And
Whoa!
dude, that was good. Dean,
Let's
that was
go,
great.
I'm getting good at this.
And then that was it. My dad went in, super nice guy. I was like, hey, he's in 3rd grade. We have like 3 trumpets at home. Can he just play the trumpet? Music teacher shut that down quickly, and then that was it. Never played an instrument. So
Wow.
That happens a lot.
Your dad said, well, then you get to play nothing.
he was like, hey, I don't really want to spend the $300. We have 3 in 3rd grade, I guess. It was the big leagues, I guess, because they said no away.
What's that line from School of Rock? It's like those who can't
Those who can't do, those who can't
play the
do,
triangle,
teach, and those who can't teach gym, which is what you did, right? You were a gym coach.
That's what my degree's in.
Yeah, dude.
Is that
That's
is
right.
true.
Let's go,
Wow.
baby.
Shout
But
out
now-
SUNY Brockport.
But guess what? Now you run Upstar Music and you're crushing it. So I love it, man. It's all full circle.
Yeah,
Those
that
who
was
can't
good.
teach gym class.
That was a good pull.
Move to Nashville.
Dude,
and
and on
start a
Planet
new music
Fitness
blog.
on the wall, it's like, this is Jim without the whistle. I was like, hey, that's a low blow right there.
Yeah, that's messed up, man. So the way the show goes is if you crush it, if you're really good, you make the A-list. And if you're really, really, really good, if you impress us and you're like, it's like golden ticket status, you become a regular. And what a regular means is you can play whenever you want. You just text me and you're on the show. And so Chandler is one of, I believe, 4 regulars on the show. He has one of the best voices that I've ever heard. And I'm excited for y'all to hear him tonight. He's going to sing a song that I'll let him introduce because I already forgot the title, but give it up for Chandler James.
Woo, come on now.
Yeah.
It's called Could Have Been Her. I told him the wrong title. It's the same song, but it's the wrong title. You'll have that on those big drums. Should've brought flowers, should've got that door. Took you dancing on a hardwood floor instead of sitting here all alone drinking. Could've picked you up, drove all night, got to the beach to watch the sunrise instead of laying in my bed alone thinking. Could have been her, the girl I saw in a dream I had all night long a few years ago. I just didn't know the meaning. I messed up, she's moved on. I'm laying in this bed alone. Coulda, woulda, shoulda thought staring at the ceiling. If I was smart, I woulda done things different. Here I go again, wishing would have stayed up all night long, talk to you till the break of dawn instead of wasting all that time sleeping. Should have told my friends they'd have to wait. I don't need to be out so late, 'cause I got an angel laying at home waiting. Could have been her, the girl I saw in a dream I had all night long a few years ago. Just didn't know the meaning. I messed up, she's moved on. I'm laying in this bed alone. Coulda, woulda, shoulda thought staring at the ceiling. If I was smart, I woulda done things different. Here I go again, wishing Could have been her, the girl I saw in a dream I had all night long a few years ago. Just didn't know the meaning. I messed up, she's moved on. I'm laying in this bed alone. Coulda, woulda, shoulda thought, staring at the ceiling. If I was smart, I woulda done things different. I wouldn't be laying here all alone, missing. Here I go again, wishing. Here I go again, wishing.
Just for shits, can you play that a whole step? Just can you play that chorus just a whole step up? I just want to hear something. Just to see something.
Retro.
Just for you.
We
Wes.
like to fuck around here.
This is the first time I've ever been asked to do anything. So. Could have been her, the girl I saw in a dream I had all night long a few years ago. Just didn't know the meaning. I messed up, she's moved on. I'm laying in this bed alone. Coulda, woulda, shoulda thought, staring at the ceiling. If I was smart, I would've done things different. Here I go again, wishing.
There you go. That's the right key for that song.
Yes. Thanks. I wish you'd have told me that before I recorded it.
No, I didn't know. You recorded it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't give a shit.
Computers do crazy shit these days.
Re-record
Just-
it.
Just moving
Turn, yeah, just turn the knob.
Is it out?
No, not yet. It will be, though.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
getting mixed.
Hey,
mixed and
MIDI.
mastered.
You know, just
Sure. I don't know what that means.
That was it.
no. That key is great. Just live, do it that way. It's fine.
All right.
All
if
right.
it's
I've also
down,
played 6 shows in the past, 6 shows in the past.
did you
4
record it
days,
in the
so-
key you first played it in?
I think so. Shit, I don't know.
It
Something
just
like
felt
that.
no. It just felt low for you. I know you can belt. That's why I know that. It's good though. I mean, it's like an Eagles vibe, you know, kind of moving. But yeah, I didn't hear that last like halfway through the chorus. I didn't know what you said, but I heard every word in that key. It's just pushing you, step
Thanks.
by step. But yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
when'd you
thanks.
writ that song?
Early last year, maybe.
Nice. Yeah, what'd y'all think?
It's dope. It's got a, I don't know if it's a song or if it's your voice. One of the two. It's a good thing, but I hear Kenny a lot in it.
Kenny.
The Chesney one.
Oh, okay. I was like, Rogers.
Not Kenny G. Kenny G, maybe.
Little Kenny G for sure. You could have been Kenny G, but your dad shut it down.
I know.
Dude, I could have been a prodigy on the violin or something like that.
It's funny that his mine went to Kenny G and mine went to Kenny Rogers. That just shows how different we are.
They're both equally
I
important.
don't listen to Kenny G. It just kind of popped in my mind, you know?
Kenny G's great.
I love that Austin told you and didn't ask you, but made you raise the key.
Yeah.
Because when you're singing, I could tell you have a lot of really great control. And there's singers, you look at like Chris Stapleton when he's belting and he's hitting these really high, crazy notes, but then you watch him when he's doing it, and he's just
Effortless.
right? It's just like, but it's just like, whoa. And that's why I felt watching you and hearing you at the same time was you weren't really having to try for what you were doing. And I was going to say, I wanted you to push harder, make something cool towards the end with what I could feel you could do. And then when he had you raise the key, I also could hear what the words were for the first time towards the back of the chorus. I feel like even then, now in this new key that you're going to be forced to re-record it in, that you still will have room to hit that shit real nice, you know, at the end.
That's what happens when you're a regular. Austin doesn't ask anymore. He's just like, hey, do this.
You think it's a good thing. Turns out.
Yeah,
makes it harder.
I mean, yeah, that's your fault for recording that song.
Should have waited.
What do you think, Jamie? What do you think?
Man, I loved it. Like Austin said, man, vocally within the first 10 seconds, I was like, wow. You know, it popped out. that really stood out. And then, man, the emotion that you sing with and that you put into your music. I listen to a lot of music, and when you started singing, I said, man, I believe this. I believe what he is singing about, and I think that's so important for fans to be able to resonate with that, because I listen to so many music, it's like, I don't believe you, you know, and I believe that, man. That was incredible. Good stuff.
No, that's a good point, man, and write that down. Here, take my pen and write down, I don't believe you, because I want to talk about that in a second. But, no, I love the song. I love your vocal, a whole step up. I don't think you push yourself vocally enough. I've heard you belt. I've heard you push yourself, and it's impressive every single time. I don't want you to do it every time, obviously. I don't want you to, like, be the Carrie Underwood of men, but... she's amazing. That's not a down.
She's great. We love her. She's
I'm not
great.
saying. I'm just saying she can belt, and she belts every song, and it's amazing.
I'm Carrie Underwood.
I don't want you to do that. I'm just saying I want you to. Yeah, he's Harry Underwood.
Harry Underwood. Brought to you by.
Yeah,
That was good. That was great.
Well done. Well done.
Brought to you by Dick Carrier
shit,
Underwear.
Dude. That's actually a good name for the band that we're trying to figure out.
Harry Underwood. Are
Wait,
you
what
wearing
do
the
you
Dick
got?
Carriers?
Oh, he's got his Dick Carriers.
He's got
on.
the Dick Carrier.
Let's go, dude.
If this is your first week, it's a name
That's
of
incredible.
underwear.
We got.
One more thing,
Yeah.
Chandler. I know you don't want to record your song again.
I will. I don't care.
Then never mind. Let's go. Perfect.
Do
Dude,
it.
he's got a sugar mama.
Oh yeah, record the
She'll
shit out
pay
of it as
for
many
it.
times as
She'll
you
pay
want.
for it.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Are you just going to throw that out there?
I'm
or
just kidding. He doesn't.
Okay, I don't know.
You don't know
In
what
this
I got.
town, you don't
She's
know.
a
man.
Sultan mama. Yeah, I've recorded many songs over again, which pisses so many people off, including yourself. But yeah, when you feel that different energy that you can get from a vocal and the emotion and the believability with raising a key, even a half step sometimes, you have to do a full step. But even a half step, sometimes, like if I'm not feeling vocally up to par that day and we're gonna track it, I'll instantly be like, you know, it would be cool if it's a little lower and moodier, right? Because I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to sing this today. And then they agree, and then we just fuck it up. And then we go back and we fix it, and then we're like, we should have done this from the beginning.
It's a thing. It really is a thing. But I believed it the second time you played it. And give it up for Chandler James, baby. Come on.
Come on now.
Let's go. Thank you, Tyler.
Will Terry.
That was well done.
Thank you.
Mine was about a C minus. That was.
You
That
You're
was-
gonna get
that
another
was an A+.
chance. You're gonna get another chance.
We
Don't
set
worry.
you up for failure.
Not gonna work here.
Do not
Where do you
worry.
put it? In your pocket?
I'm old.
I
that joke.
I have a note from Will's manager on the song he's now singing. Let me look through this. Hold on. I just had a baby today, so I have a lot of texts.
You're a popular guy, man.
Had a baby today.
Had a baby today.
I
yeah.
get like
Today.
5 texts a week, and like 3 of them are from my mom. So
That's awesome.
you're doing better than me.
I got it. No, I had a baby today. Shout out Jack. Jack,
baby Jack.
Jack Paul Burke. Thank you. Appreciate it. I didn't do shit. I sat there and just took it all in. It feels like a magic trick. She had a C-section, and so they put this tarp up, is what it is, really. And you know, her and I are sitting there, and they put this tarp up. It's like, you know, the rabbit in the hat trick, right? And they put the tarp up, and you know, everybody's like, the suspense is there, and then all of a sudden, you know, you just hear wah, wah, and you're like, holy shit. And then you like want to peek over, but you don't. And they like lower the tarp a little bit, and you just see this beautiful baby, and you're like, oh my God, that's the coolest magic trick ever.
Did you pass out?
I didn't pass out. No,
Okay,
Lexi
good.
didn't either. It was beautiful. Every step of the way, it was beautiful. And last one was a little stressful. It was an emergency C-section. So this one was like, had a lot of nerves going in, but it was beautiful, and he's healthy, and mom is healthy, and that's all we prayed about. So super excited. So thank you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And if you're wondering like why I left my wife at the hospital alone with a baby, I made a promise to myself and to her that I was going to do this podcast every single Monday for a year, no matter what happens. I did not think I'd have a fucking baby on a Monday, but I did, so I'm here, and it's, you know, I'm a man of my word. So that's what it is. But anyways, thank you guys for being here with me. so I'm not alone and can tell her that there were a few people here. That means the world. But I told you to write down "Don't Believe You," and I want to talk about that for a second because I feel like for the first time, hold on, let me rephrase that. Not for the first time, but for a time that is present right now, I am believing the shit out of your record. And it's not that I didn't believe your other stuff. I think there were things in your older stuff, Tyler, that I believed. But it's like and I've been listening to it nonstop, like top to bottom. I just believe it, and it's you. And I know we talked about it a little bit, but like, how's the tour going? How's the album doing? How is everything going for you? Because I love it.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. That is the best compliment ever. You want people to believe you when they hear your songs. And that has been the perception from this tour so far. Getting to talk to fans that have been coming to tours for years and saying that to me after the show or saying that to me during meet and greet before the show. And just, we feel like we've been following you forever, and we feel like we finally...
What is
an
that?
Alarm.
That was crazy. Is that someone's cell phone?
That was.
Dude, is that your cell phone? Are you married to fucking Tweety Bird? Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. I thought the hospital.
Can we
was
get
calling-
it again so Dean
I
can
thought
record
the hospital
it?
was calling me with a code blue.
Dean's got to record that. We got to add that.
That was
to
wild. I thought a door got
I was
left
like,
open.
what did I
or
walk
something.
into?
Can we add that to the repertoire? That was.
Bring it on. We got
sorry.
room.
All right, go back to the tour.
I've never heard anything like that.
That was crazy. I think we got shit on by a pigeon, dude. Whoa. Sorry. go
Anyway,
ahead.
back
Go
to
ahead.
Yeah, that's been the perception so far, which we just wrapped the 4th week of the tour, and just fans being like, I've been listening to you for years, been coming to shows for years, and I feel like we finally have you. This is and that was the goal of this album, was like just saying fuck the man and just doing the songs I wanted the way I wanted them to sound and telling the stories I wanted.
Dude,
and
it's
raising
so
the keys
sick.
when we had to.
yeah.
And,
no, it's so sick. And Jamie, you talk a little bit about this, but like, you listen to so many artists and you can tell right away. And by the way, I'll be straight up with y'all about myself. For the last few years, like, I haven't been me. Since I moved to Nashville, I feel like I've been trying to be everybody that I wasn't. I feel like you get caught in this rat race of trying to be what's hot, what's happening. When I first moved to town, Sam Hunt was big, and then I'm all of a sudden signed to Thomas Rhett, and it's like you want to be like these people that you are with, right? And then it's like, who am I? Who am I? And so you have this moment as an artist, and I feel like you had that moment. I recently had that moment. And it's like exciting because you can finally put out music that you're excited about, and you can finally be believed by a lot of people. And you listen to a lot of music. My question is, you listen to a lot of music. What makes music believable and not believable? Just from like an average listener.
I mean, obviously every artist, each song is different, but it's the storytelling, and whether it's a super deep song or it's just a party song, a lot of it, I know this isn't the exciting answer, but it's just like this gut feeling of you just listen to something and it's just maybe a little watered down. And I think like writers' rounds, like hosting rounds, and I think, seeing people play there and like everything that you were just saying, it's like this town is nuts. There's people are chasing record deals, people are chasing the money or this and that, and especially for those, young folks moving in, it's a different world here, and there's so much competition. There's so much going on that you feel the pressure and the weight of you of, man, I need this record deal. I need to do this. And so I think a lot of it's pressure. A lot of it sometimes is clout. Like what you
want to fit in.
Yeah.
You do want to fit in. I've always
absolutely
been straight up about that. You want to fit in.
Well,
It's hard to be different.
And you want that, respect from labels or people in the industry. And it's at all ages, but it's tough when it might be authentic to you and what you want, and it doesn't resonate with the business side that might get you that deal or that. But honestly, like, especially with the discovery aspect of TikTok and Spotify, like, fans are what matter, and what you want matters, and it might, let's say you stay independent, you don't sign that deal, and you get to do what you want. The grind is going to be a lot tougher, but at the end of the day, it's got to be authentic to you. And I've talked to so many people that have been in town a while that it's like, man, I came here and I was chasing a sound. I wasn't doing what I wanted. And they realize that later, and that's okay too. You know, trial and error, and it's good sometimes to get those experiences. And again, I'm not an artist or a songwriter, but it's just what I see. And there's people like that, Rounds or whatever, or the music they put out that I'm listening to. I'm like, man, I just wish it's just not them. You know, and sometimes I think as a fan, people are a lot smarter than you think.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you just got to listen to yourself and what the fans really resonate with.
I love that.
Like with Austin, when you said the Sam Hunt, the Thomas Rhett thing, I remember somebody said to me, because, you know, we write, obviously, songwriters in the room and stuff. When we write songs, sometimes the world nobody hears them for 5 years, 2 years, whatever amount of years. And so when you get in these rooms in Nashville and you're writing these songs and you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, because that's what the radio is playing, that's what the fans are buying tickets to. If you go in a room trying to compete with that, you're already too late, because by the time whatever you have done right now comes out and even hits 1/1000,000,000% of the masses, nobody cares about that anymore. And now you're putting out something people are finally hearing a couple years later, and they're like, oh, that sounds like fucking Thomas Rhett from like 2 years ago. What's this? And so, yeah, if you're just always true to yourself, then Sam Hunt, Thomas Rhett, you think of all these guys, they come out, and it's not like they reinvent music. They don't recreate the wheel, but they have their own little thing that everybody then tries to copy. But you think of the biggest artists in the world, they always had their one little thing that's very distinct, and you know you're listening to them right away.
I mean, now Zach Bryan's a big one. Like, there's so many people I listen to. I'm like, that's Zach Bryan. That's not you.
Mm-hmm. All the guys that are crushing right now. Well,
Will, you've been sitting here for a minute.
Thanks for hanging with
Hey,
us.
Will, welcome back, man.
Yeah,
How's it going?
What's going on, man? We got Will Terry here, and let's give it up for Will Terry singing his song, Waiting on the Bank.
Got a 20-acre map dot cleared off with a dream of a wraparound porch. A driveway to the garage where the foundation ain't been poured. I've been waiting as long as I can. Ain't much more I can withstand. The only thing that's tied in my hands is Shimano from Bass Pro. If I'ma be stressing, walking off my mind, you can bet, man, I'm gonna wet a line, maybe catch a tan till the sun sinks down. You won't find me in town, waiting on the money, man, to sign off on working hands. If you need me, you can find me waiting on the bank. I got a back 40 BF bar with a Yeti full of ice down cans. No sense in saving for tomorrow, 'cause a 30 rag don't cost bands. When I've been waiting as long as I've been, ain't much more I can withstand. But life's good with a half-full can and a Coors Light state of mind. If I'ma be stressing, walking off my mind, you can bet, man, I'm gonna wet a line, maybe catch a tan till the sun sinks down. You won't find me in town, waiting on the money, man, to sign off on working hands. If you need me, you can find me waiting on the bank. He can't make it rain, rain, rain on a sunny day. I'm on top of the world, they're hitting top of the water, and I'll just sit here and wait. If I'ma be stressing, walking off my mind, you can bet, man, I'm gonna wet a line, maybe catch a tan till the sun sinks down. You won't find me in town, waiting on the money, man, to sign off on working hands. If you need me, you can find me waiting on the bank. If you need me, you can find me waiting on the bank.
Are you kidding me?
Will Terry, everybody. What you think, bro? What you think?
Yeah, I'll go, man. Okay, if you got me moving in my seat like that, you're doing something right. Dude, I'm just picturing windows down, about 75 and sunny, cruising to that song. A lot of swag in it, man. I really enjoyed that. I could hear that on the radio. Again, believable, man. I liked that. It was fun. It was a fun song. Cool, little dynamic in there. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop now. I loved the swag. I like.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I was the vocal melody and the verse right off the top was super interesting, dope. And you have where are you from?
I'm from Rome, Georgia.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Where is that?
It's like northwest. It's like probably 45 minutes northwest of Atlanta.
It's in Georgia.
Yeah, it's in Georgia.
Nice.
We're all about the same, really.
Yeah.
Like, you got Georgia people, and then you got Atlanta people. Like, I am not from Atlanta. Don't ever say that to me.
I know the difference.
How old are you, man?
Hell no.
I'm 20.
You're 20
You're
years
20.
old.
Let's go.
Wow.
Don't
wow.
tell
Like
nobody
years
that.
old?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Well, yeah,
You
you sound very much like you're from wherever in Georgia. You said your accent was so thick. You're from there for sure.
Thank you, brother.
Believable.
calling me
That's
Philly.
the
how
whole
many
thing.
people are
Believable.
there? How many people are from your hometown?
Oh, I mean, I want to be honest with you. It's grown a lot since I was born, but shit, I'd say like a lot, like probably 20 or 30,000.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It kind of sucks,
I'm
really.
just kidding. That's not a lot at all. I'm from a town of probably a lot more than that.
Mine's around 100,000, I think.
No,
around
that's
there.
I see what you're saying though, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's a decent sized town, but
But the
still small.
The country ass Georgia voice mixed with whatever you grew up listening to or listen to now that is so soulful is such a really cool blend that
Thank you,
made me
brother.
like stoked to keep listening. Yeah, I liked it.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely, man. You ever wear your hat backwards?
No, man, I got a big ass head. It looks weird.
Really?
Yeah, like
Let me see what it looks like.
I got a noggin on me, son.
You don't have a noggin.
You look cool.
Actually, take your hat off. Take your hat off.
Okay, guys, let's bring in the
All right. You
outfits.
got great hair.
Let's get the outfits in here.
No. Yeah.
That's not this show. That's not this show.
All right. I think it's just I just had a kid today, so I just don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna say what's on my mind. I feel like you are so fucking talented, man. You are so talented. And I don't want you to be put in the Morgan Wallen box, okay? I don't want you to be put in that box at all because you can throw a rock and hit a Morgan Wallen in Nashville. You really can.
Morgan Walmart.
Yes. But you're not. You're talented. You're dynamic. The way you play guitar, you have soul in your voice. That song is a great summer song. Is that coming out soon?
Well, I don't know. I just wrote it like 2 weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Record that and put it out this summer for sure.
Yeah, I want to for real.
And have a video with your hair. You got good hair, flying in on a boat. You know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Throwing a little fishing line out. I wrote a fishing song myself and did pretty good for me. It's called Wet Dream. Yeah. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That song.
Yeah. It
yeah.
did. Everybody laughs at that song, but yeah.
That video of you showing your grandma that song.
That
It's
song.
the best.
It was a little out of pocket, but
That song took me to the bank
content.
for sure.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, dude, I say all this because it's like, look, you're 20 years old. Again, I love how this all rolls together. When I moved to town, I tried so hard to be like Thomas Rhett. I tried so hard to be like Sam Hunt. And right now, Morgan Wallen is that dude. And so it's so hard, even for me. Like, I wish I was Morgan Wallen. Everybody wishes you're Morgan Wallen. I want you to be Will Terry, and I want you to really do some soul searching and find out who you are, what you want to write about, and what makes you you and unique, because you're so talented, bro. You are so talented. You got it. You're from Georgia, which puts you 10 steps ahead of everybody else. You got it, man, and I'm excited to see your journey. I would love to have you back on the show. So I want to hear another song. I would love to have you back. When that song comes out, it's A-listed.
yeah, baby.
Congratulations.
I appreciate y'all.
20 years old and in Nashville. What are your parents freaking out? Did you drop out of college? Anything about that?
Well, see, y'all don't judge me, but my mama sent me to a private school for high school. And she was like, "You're going to college." I said, "Okay." So I went to college for about 6 weeks and dropped out. And I got a job or whatever, and then I met my manager, Jamie, which is also my cousin by marriage. But
Nice.
he was like, hey, man, let's go do some writers rounds. So we come up here, started doing writers rounds, and it got to the point where my job was like, hey, you got to either quit music or quit working here, to which I kind of laughed at him, But I ended up moving up here about 8 months ago and just put the hammer down on writing.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to hear more songs. You guys got anything else you want to say? I want to hear what you got to say.
Since you just wrote it and you haven't recorded it yet, I would say in the hook, I love the walk down thing you do. It's dope. Musically, I would love to hear you go to a minor chord right around-ish before there, because you're playing those same 2 root notes most of the song. Yeah. And it'll just, add some nice little hit of the emotion, feel different. The walk down thing is sick.
Hell yeah, I'll mess around with it.
Yeah.
Also, the me and me. Just as a songwriter, you did, if you need me, you can find me. I would maybe change that to like, if you're needing something, you can find me. Whatever.
Yeah.
Austin just wants writing credit.
No, I don't. That's forget I said that. Something, I just don't always like the me and me. I get I get why you did it, but if you can fix that. That's an easy fix. The me and me. Jamie, you got anything else, man? I know you loved it. You're gonna put that on Upstar's.
Yeah, man.
Countdown,
Kind of what Austin was saying, man. You're a young dude. You're new to Nashville. I just want to challenge you each every day to, of course, have your influences in there, but just work so hard to discover who you are and what is going to make your music different. Like, if I'm going through 100 songs, what's going to make that Will Terry song pop? Because that's what's going to put you above and beyond. Because like he said, there's a lot of Morgan Wallens, there's a lot of Zach Bryans, but when you're able to take it to that next level where that's Will, that's different, that's cool, that's what's going to put you above and beyond.
You got all the pieces, man. You got all the pieces. Just put them together and dig deep, and you got it, man. I'm excited to see you. We'll have you back soon.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Will Terry, everybody.
Yes,
come on,
Thank
give
you.
it up.
A-listed, baby.
Yes, sir. Woo! God, I wish I was that good at 20.
Dude, I wish I was that good now.
Right?
I was so shitty.
You're
at
really,
20.
I think you're good to go.
Well, I'm 26, and I still can't sing or do anything. So,
Well, that's because they took the trombone out of your hands in 3rd grade, dude. Who knows what could have
okay.
been?
That's a sore subject.
I'm sorry.
Okay? I shouldn't
I'm sorry.
have brought it up.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you.
Oh, God.
Getting a lot of use out
I
of that
wanted
one.
to play saxophone when I was in 4th grade, and I walked in that same classroom. Not the same one. Did you get it? And I went home, and I was like, Mom, saxophone? And she literally said, when are you ever going to fucking play that?
Yeah, that's
And so
Fair.
she made me play the piano.
Damn, dude.
Thank
That's
God.
awesome.
So I
That's
went to
awesome.
piano. Yeah.
Tyler, we didn't talk about this last time you were on, but you originally signed a big record deal in Nashville, and I remember the day you signed it. I mean, it was awesome because we were all kind of, it was you, me, Spencer Crandall, a couple other people. We were all kind of coming up. It was like, one of our boys got a record deal. Can you, and the reason I'm bringing this up is you mentioned on your story or something that this is the first time you've been able to see your Spotify for artists. So did they never let you see your Spotify for artists? Like, they didn't give you the login?
No, I wasn't allowed to have it. Yeah,
They didn't allow you to have your own
crazy.
Spotify for artists?
Yeah, no.
What?
I never got a reason. I never pushed for a reason. It was more just I didn't necessarily think anybody got it that had a deal anywhere. So I don't know if it was a my label deal specifically, like that company that does that, but yeah, I had never heard of it before, not getting access to it, but I'd also never heard of anybody having access other than independent artists. And so yeah, I never did. So I'm finally just seeing it all for the first time. It's pretty cool.
Did they say why? Like, was it a mental thing?
crazy.
If they didn't want you looking at numbers, or what was the?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah. I wish I
No,
knew.
that's weird. That's weird to me because, I mean, none of that makes sense. But because you would think as an artist, you want to see like, all right, what cities am I popping in? Like, whatever.
They don't want you seeing that and then asking for stuff all the time. Probably.
Yeah, that's probably it. Is there
Send me there, do
is there
that.
anything else that when you have a record deal that you think is going to obviously, it's super helpful at times, but is there anything that's like, now that you're independent, where you're like, God, this is so weird. Maybe it's shittier as an independent. It was better having a record deal, or is there anything that's like better being independent that was like shitty for, I don't know. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. When you get your record deal, you get it because you have stuff building. There's excitement. There's demand. You're selling a lot of tickets at shows. Your streaming numbers are high. And then you're like, great, this is just going to elevate and go crazy. And then you sit there for 2 years. And everything just disappears because they wait until they sign you because they love the songs you brought to the showcase. They sign you because they love the songs you recorded for the showcase. And then they go, yeah, we're not going to use any of those. You're actually going to start writing now, luckily, with all of these amazing songwriters. We're going to put you in all these rooms. We're going to find the first single. And then you just do that for, I think it was like a year and a half, something like that, until the first single came out. But then you get major label money, promotion. It's awesome. You go out on a radio tour for half a year, and you see thousands of people singing your one song that took a year and a half to come out. But then all your other stuff just kind of disappears. It's like none of that hype was there anymore. You get your like grassroots fans from everything you built leading up to it. And then you get this conception, oh, cool, it's doing well, it's doing well. Oh, it just hit gold. It's this. It's all these things you dream and hope for. They're going to start putting out all this music. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to have a catalog. I'm going to have a story. And then they still just put out 2 songs a year. And then over time, you realize that your show is basically the same show year after year because you're only getting 2 new songs to add. Oh, we love this song. We love that song. Tyler, that's a career record. That's a story you never told. This is a side of you we need to see. People need this. And we're like pumped. So we go start playing that song live. 2 years goes by. I'm like, nah, we're not going to do it. I was like, I was selling T-shirts with the lyrics of that song on it. And yeah, so then it just, all of a sudden I was sitting there and it was 7 years and we'd only put out 18 songs. Wow. And so that was where I was like, it's this impossible feeling and thought in your mind of how can you want to walk away from and leave something that you fought your entire life to get? And I looked at my band guys and I was like terrified to even talk to them about this thing. And I was like, I feel like I'm going to try to get out of this. What do you guys think? And they were all like, please do that. Wow. And so that just pushed me to try to make some changes.
That's amazing. I want to stay on that subject for a second. Let's draw the next name so we can keep the show rolling.
Here we go, baby. Chris Shelby.
All right.
Chris Shelby.
So, thank you, Cody.
Was that like a B-? Yours was an A+.
That was really good that time, I think.
Thank you.
I think.
It's called growth.
Yeah.
So you touched on something that is really interesting to me. You know, very similar thing. I had Trey Lewis on here a couple weeks ago, and he kind of mentioned that, you know, Dick Down in Dallas was popping off, and Spencer Crandall was on, and, you know, I'm independent, and we've met with all the record labels and all this stuff, and I guess, you know, for somebody like a Will who's new to town, or for a lot of these artists that are about to come on the show, you know, your dream is, and my dream still is to get a record deal. I don't want to I'm not going to not say it is. Like, I think you always want to get a record deal.
Yeah.
But I think the truth of it is you want a record deal on your terms, on your way, and that's going to help you continue the momentum that you built. You know, you are one of the best people on social media, and I mean, just being a friend, being straight up with you, I saw you like not post as much, and you like not, because you're so busy doing all the shit that all the stuff that you're good at, they like made you stop doing.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of rebelled a little bit. It got to a point where I had done a teaser showing my wife a new song in the car, kind of demo thing, for my song Better Than You're Used To. And it got TikTok, I got like 3 million views or something, and which is dope.
Nothing small.
No, I'm saying that's
big.
Well, I'm downplaying it because of where I'm going to get to in the story.
That's a lot.
Right?
That's a lot.
Like 3 million, we were like losing our minds, right? We were super excited. It was part of the downplay for the part coming at the end. I know 3 million's a lot. And the label was like, oh my God, it's going viral. Let's release it. And so we released it 2-3 weeks later, and it ended up, I think it was at number 7 for a week straight on the Spotify all genre viral charts.
God.
It was
That's a
like
big deal.
We were ahead of Nicki Minaj and Justin Bieber and all these things. And then randomly, for some reason, they just decided to pull it from radio just like 6 weeks later. But then they said, hey, let's, it was getting 2 million streams a week. And they're like, let's get just keep teasing stuff. And let's do this thing all over again. I was like, great. And so I teased a song. It's called Heaven Is Your Hometown. It got 8 million.
God.
And they said, we're not going to record right now. We just put out these 2 songs a few months ago. Let's let those breathe. But this will be on the next time. And then 4 months later, I posted a song called I Know You Do. And that got 11 million on TikTok.
What the hell?
And then there's the same thing. They're like, oh, yeah, no, we're just going to hold on to it for the next time. A year and a half later, those 2 songs came out, and they didn't do anything. And the label, and then I was like, well, we need to record other songs. They're like, well, the last 2 you put out didn't really do anything, so we're going to take a pause for a bit. And I was like, well, they didn't do anything because the only reason we were going to record those 2 songs was because of what they did a year and a half ago. Had we picked new songs, it would have been a whole different story. But so that was why I kind of like pulled back and I was like, why? I was getting.
What's the point?
I was getting like polite hate comments and stuff on TikTok and Instagram. Like, stop talking about other songs until you're going to give us this one.
Yeah.
We don't care if you're going to keep teasing us stuff that's never going to come out. All these things. And I was like, I didn't do anything, guys.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
It's crazy to me, man. Well, I think if we can learn anything, it's like, obviously these record labels are great. We want them. But at the end of the day, you are the CEO of your ship as an artist. And I preach this every single week. If you're an artist, you run your ship. You have to be the person to know that you know what you're doing. And if you get a record deal, that just means that you're really good at what you do. And I think record labels hopefully are starting to understand that a little bit more now. But you're really good at what you do, and I'm fucking excited that you're finally back, baby. Let's go.
baby.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Woo!
Thanks, man.
All right, well, let's segue.
Love the end.
Yeah, baby.
Let's segue into our next act tonight. Give it up for Chris Shelby singing his song,
What's up,
Gone
Chris?
in the Wind.
Yeah, I've been through earthquakes, but you're the one that made my world shake. Yeah, I've been through rough times, twisted lies, but I can make you smile on your worst day. Didn't have what it takes, and I made you run away. But now I'm sitting here seeing you happy, and it's making my heart ache. And 'cause you're gone in the wind, and you're smiling once again. If I told you I was doing just fine, you know I'd be lying every time. Yeah, I'd go through hell again just to wind up with you in the end. Yeah, I've been through mistakes, but you're the one that made my heart break. Now I'm praying all the damn time, walking that thin line once again. Now I know what it takes to have you love me every single day. But it's too late, I'm sitting here watching you walk the other way. And 'cause you're gone in the wind, and you're smiling once again. If I told you I was doing just fine, you know I'd be lying every time. Yeah, I'd go through hell again just to wind up with you in the end. 'Cause it's heartache and mistakes, it's making you walk the other way. I knew that one day my world would shake, 'cause you're gone in the wind, and you're smiling once again. If I told you I was doing just fine, you know I'd be lying every time. Yeah, I'd go through hell again just to wind up with you in the end. Yeah, I'd go through hell again just to wind up with you in the end.
Thank you. Chris Shelby, where are you from, man?
I'm from 40 minutes outside of Boston, Worcester, Massachusetts.
Nice. Hell yeah.
My
Been to
wife
that.
is from Chicopee.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't know that.
Spend a lot
What
of
a
time in
name.
Western Mass.
Chicopee?
Yeah, yeah.
Did she make that up or
No, it's real.
Chicopee?
That's
Wow.
not a real town.
The drummer in my first band was from
I'm not gonna say it.
Agawam.
She's a hot Chicopee.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not going to say
I grew up in Connecticut.
Too much
so.
talk about P. Diddy earlier. To talk
Brought
about
it up. I didn't say
talk
it.
about that
You
city.
brought it up.
I'm not talking about that city. Dean, you're from East Coast?
Yeah, I grew up in Connecticut, but the drummer in the first band that I toured with was from Agawam, so it was like 45 minutes away, but Western Mass played a ton
That's
of it.
Agawam. Yeah.
My
That's
brother
awesome.
punched a dude in the face at the Palladium.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
Damn.
big Worcester energy. Yeah. So.
That's crazy. Well, I got to hear what my East Coast boy thinks from the start. We'll let you start this one out, Jamie.
Woo! Man, I was listening. One of the first things I do when I'm hearing somebody new is like, okay, who are probably their influences and this and that? And I couldn't come up with any, and that's a good thing. It seemed very original to you. Incredible voice, man. That was great. I mean, I'm just picturing you playing in a smoky bar room, slow motion bar fight breaks out, man. I really enjoyed that. That was super cool. I gotta visualize, man. I gotta,
I love
put
it, dude. Yeah.
I gotta connect it with something.
It's awesome.
It says you started playing and writing music 2 years ago. Did you
Yeah.
grow up singing though?
So my family's all musically inclined. My mom was a classically trained singer. Well, she's
Cool.
still here with us, so she
Yeah.
still is. But so I always
She was better.
She was a single mother when I was younger, so she'd always bring me to like her voice lessons and stuff. So obviously I probably not knowing, but was getting trained and just being there. But yeah, my girlfriend broke up with me 2 years ago, and I had a guitar laying around, so I said, I'm just gonna learn the songs I can do in karaoke. And it was like Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan, and these are typical songs that you listen to, and then I started writing music, and I just didn't know I could do it. I still am baffled that I write music, and but it's all from the heart, so it's all just like what I'm feeling, which is
Yeah.
coping,
The songs I wrote 2 years after I started
Dude,
playing.
That's insane. Wait,
Yeah.
hold
Do
on.
not sound
I'm
like
very
that.
confused. I am glad you picked up on that. Hold on. All right. What did he's played for 2 years?
Yeah,
that what it
shit's
says
and he's
here?
really good at painting
2.
fingernails. Is this
And
your
you've-
first time in Nashville
Wait.
today?
You've never been to
I've
Nashville?
never been to Nashville.
This
no.
is your first
Wait,
time?
what?
You guys invited me down here. I said, all right, I'll come down to Nashville. And it's
Are
my
you
first time.
shitting me,
Swear to
dude?
God, yeah.
Let's
Give him
go.
a round of
Give it
applause.
up.
That's
Come
good
on.
stuff.
Yeah, let's go. That's crazy. That's really awesome.
This is unbelievable. I'm like, I don't really read these facts. I just copy and paste what you send. That is.
I read it as soon as you walked up, Chris.
No, that's actually mind blowing. All right.
He just had a baby, okay? Give him a break.
Is that song out yet?
That's not out. It is recorded.
Okay.
I just got it mastered.
How's it sound?
It's unreal. Yeah,
Good.
I love it. My producer I work with does a great job. He's the only one I've worked with, so we know each other really well now, and he knows what I want. I know what he's gonna bring to the table. So
I love it.
that's all I could ever ask for.
How have you been liking Nashville so far? What do you think?
Oh, it's great. I actually just lost my job last week, so
Let's go! Give it up! Come on! Give it
That's
up!
a good
That's a good thing.
Right.
That's a good
no
thing.
job.
It's a good thing.
That's a good thing because you want to know why? It's because the way the world works is like this, man. You get little signs. And back in the day, and I'm not trying to get too biblical on you, but back in the day, God would actually, speak to people. And he'd be like, hey, Chris, I want you to move to Nashville, man. And he would do it like that because he was from the South.
Yeah, obviously.
But now he just whispers, and it's in little nudges, and it's in little things. And, you know, I've tried to tune into that a little bit more. I think it's so easy to lose track of that. You get busy, you go to work, you do these things, and something like as simple as having a child today. I know that sounds crazy. I'm going to keep bringing that up. But you see this little innocent person, and you're like, there is no way there's no God, right? I'm just going to be straight up with you. And what's happening with you right now is what's happened to a lot of people in Nashville, and it's like this. I'm not saying you have to move to Nashville, but I'm saying that there is something happening in your life that's bigger than you, that's telling you to do what you just did tonight, because it was incredible.
Yeah,
and
I truly believe that.
Yeah. And the fact that you have only been playing for 2 years, and the fact that you have never been here, came up here like a pro, I mean, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed.
I was too. That was great.
I'm going to piggyback off that and say, you said I'm not telling you have to move to Nashville. I'm telling you you have to move to Nashville.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
Tyler Rich tells you to move to Nashville. You move to Nashville.
Yeah.
Well, here's the reason you're going to have to move to Nashville, because you just made the A list.
There it is. I knew that was coming. I was ready.
You have to.
It's you got such a unique voice, man. When you move here, if you move here, which I hope you do, don't try to be anybody but yourself. Yeah. Own that you're from Massachusetts. Own that you're from the East Coast. I'm from the West Coast. Tyler's from the West Coast. You know, be true to who you are and try to find that thing that makes you different, which you already have because you're from Massachusetts, which is awesome. But find that thing that you can write about that's relatable to everybody, that people love. You have an incredible voice, dude. Just being here and being a songwriter, if you want to critique, I wanted that chorus a little shorter. It drug on a little bit, and it was so good at the top. And then I just got a little bit lost towards the end. I would bring that in. I know the song's coming out. Don't worry about it. Think about it for new songs coming out. Make those. You want your chorus to be tight and compact, like a sexy chick at the beach, right? You want that thing to just
at
be
the beach.
just
Chicka beach. Sexy chicka beach.
Chickapee Beach.
Oh, yeah.
The wow.
It reminded me of
I have a very
like
specific,
Benson Boone.
I have a very specific thing about the chorus, piggybacking again. Was all in the first two at the top. Loved it. And I love the last one that comes in. But you almost do it on the third line. Like, how's it go? It's like, she's gone in the wind, she smiled again. And then what's that line you say right there?
If I told you I was doing just fine.
And you go like, fine.
Every time.
Yeah,
fine every
but
time.
On that third one, you kind of almost did it.
Yeah,
and it makes you not want to wait to do the last one.
Yeah.
As a listener, right?
Yeah.
You want like them to look forward to that time you're going to do it again at the end of the hook. So I'll just make it, if you decided to go record vocals, he's your friend, so it's an easy producer to talk to.
I could, yeah.
And I would say also, tell me to fuck off, it's fine. The end of the hook, when you say, I'd go through hell with you again to find you in the end or be with you in the end. If I was writing it, I would say, I would go back to like, I'd go through hell again, or the hell, so that I could fly. What was it? I had it. When you were singing it,
take your time.
I should have written it
What's the
down.
hook?
I should have written it
I'd
down.
go through hell again to be with you in the end.
Yeah, I would say I go through hell again to be with you, like in the wind with her.
Right.
Because at the beginning you said she's gone in the wind, smiling again. I'd go through all the hell again. I'd blow through the hell again just to fly in that wind or in your wind or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I just think it's more interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Dude, you got a bright future. I'm excited for you. I'm glad you lost your job. You got options, baby.
Same.
Let's go. Give it up for Nashville's newest.
Thank you.
Chris Shelby,
We're
everybody.
going to wait for that U-Haul truck.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. Thank you for coming down here. Absolutely. That was awesome, man. Never been in Nashville?
That's crazy.
Let's go. Is your family here too? Girlfriend's here. Let's go.
What a great girlfriend.
See those
Welcome to
fingernails.
Nashville.
Yeah, he said he's a good fingernail painter. That's wow.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about that.
Yeah,
That
we'll
was
talk about that next time.
interesting.
This is according to her.
Interesting. All right.
All
Let's
right.
try the next name here.
I just went. You're up.
Casey Moon.
Casey Moon.
Featuring the
That
hottest
was well
guitar
done
player
again, man. I just.
in all
Oh,
of
yeah.
Nashville.
Dean's going to play guitar
It was
for
Yeah,
us.
I'm playing guitar for Casey today.
Let's go. I love that. I'm going to take a quick second to give a shout out to our first sponsor ever of the podcast, Picker app. It is, by the way, Chris, if you're looking to move to Nashville, you might want to download Picker, Pickr, on the App Store. It's a community of people. Everybody's trying to figure out their way. If you need a producer, if you need a guitar player, if you need somebody, if you need a studio, they got it, and they will connect you with people where you're at. It is an awesome app. If you're tired of hunting for the right studio or musicians, Picker puts the entire recording industry at your fingertips. Studios, engineers, producers, session players, find them all, book them instantly, and get to work. Post jobs, ask questions, and connect with the people who make music happen. Don't waste another second. Download Picker now and get in the studio today. Shout out to Picker. Thank you, guys. Download it in the App Store today. Give it up for our next guest tonight, Casey Moon, singing her song, Just Being Honest.
I wear my heart on my sleeve, and the hard part is sometimes it gets broken. Those words that you said are ringing in my head. Some things can't be unspoken. Same story, different pages, stuck in different places, moving at different paces. I've lost track of where we're going, don't know when, but all I know is you and me fell out of focus. Yeah, I'm just being honest. I thought you were my home, not just another dead-end road, but I'm still scared to let you go. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Act like we're both fine, ignoring all the blurred lines, pretending it ain't over. I'm waiting on you, and you're waiting on me too, when all we need is closure. Same story, different pages, stuck in different places, moving at different paces. I've lost track of where we're going, don't know when, but all I know is you and me fell out of focus. Yeah, I'm just being honest. I thought you were my home, not just another dead-end road, but I'm still scared to let you go. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Same story, different pages, stuck in different places, moving at different paces. I've lost track of where we're going, don't know when, but all I know is you and me fell out of focus. Yeah, I'm just being honest. I thought you were my home, not just another dead-end road, but I'm still scared to let you go. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Thank you, guys.
Miss Casey Moon. Casey, where are you from?
I'm from a small town outside of Pensacola, Florida.
Let's go. Beach town or what?
No, it's called Milton, Florida. I'm like 30 minutes inland.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yep.
Is it like one of those towns when you're in Pensacola that you drive through and you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, pretty
Oh.
much. Yeah.
Okay, I know
yeah,
where you're
it's
from.
pretty much
So-
Alabama. Yeah.
I know that town.
Yep.
That's awesome. It says you're an 8-time world champion martial artist.
I am.
What
Yeah.
in the hell?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
thank you,
amazing.
thank
How does
you.
that explain that a little
It's
bit?
like another lifetime ago. I got into martial arts when I was 5, and then I got on a sponsored team when I was like 9 years old. We traveled all around, competed. I was on like ESPN and all this.
Yeah, that
stuff,
clip I've seen you
doing-
share, the ESPN
yeah.
one. Can we clip that in?
Oh, let's clip it. We'll
that's,
clip it
that's
right
the
now.
greatest.
It will blow
Boom.
your mind.
Every now and then I'll
blow your
post like a little like martial arts on my Instagram, and then people are like, "Whoa, what is this?"
What's your best move?
My weapon was the bow staff, so like the long stick, so just like spinning that around.
Oh
and
my god.
No, you got to watch the video. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's so much more than
did
what
you-
you're
you
thinking.
even do it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put it right here. This is I'm the editor also of this podcast. So
You should have brought it with you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Should've
in
brought
my
it with
boots. I don't know about that.
So did you do anything? Oh, you want her to do it? Get a guitar. No, I'm just kidding.
Anybody have a stick?
Did you do anything in college, like with baton or anything like that?
No, I didn't. I kind of like competed. I retired when I was about 13, and then I moved to LA, and I was out there until about 4 years ago, and then I moved here. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What'd you guys think, man? What are your thoughts?
I think you have a very pretty voice.
thank you.
Very, very sweet. I think I want to hear pain in your voice in a song like that, because it sounds like you're just being honest. I know it's sweet because you're saying being honest. I want you to be my home and all this stuff, right? If I mess up the words,
You're good.
it's what I got out of it. Yeah, it was sweet because you're like, come back, girl, let's do this. I want a little angst in it. I like it. It felt like melodically to me. I really loved the pre-chorus into the chorus. It felt almost like pop punk to me. I'm a big like pop punk fan, so it reminded me of like, I don't know if this song's out or if there's a full production or if it is just an acoustic song, but it reminded me of like if back in the day one of those bands would come out at Warped Tour and just play an acoustic version of a song. And
yeah, it did actually.
the melodies were really, really cool.
Thank you.
I would challenge you to just being honest. There's probably 1,000 songs called Just Being Honest. I don't know what you would change it to, but syllably, maybe like, I'm only gonna say uncomfortable because I feel uncomfortable trying to say this because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but like, uncomfortably and honest, like, just a title that makes you wanna be like, oh, what is that? Like a polarity. Uncomfortable and honest.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
Is that song out?
It is. Yeah.
It is out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, hell
it's
yeah.
Well,
out.
then maybe
Very
use
cool.
that for next
Hey,
time.
next time.
you know?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree with you, Tyler. Like I was hearing it and I was like, you do. By the way, you go to this place in your voice, and I want to challenge you. It's when this airs in a couple weeks. It's the first part of the chorus. It's a little raspy. It's a little like, it's you. It's authentic and it's raw. And I want you to lean into that more.
Okay.
It was so good. And I again, that's a hard song to write, if I'm being honest. Like, you have to be so honest. You have to just lay it all out there. And so, yeah, I think it's a good song. And I was kind of with Tyler, like, I wanted you to be more honest. And I know you could. And so it was like, just wanting that little more. I don't know how to, I don't even know.
And by angst, I don't mean like screaming it, right? You know, you're not trying to scare it. Yeah, but just, those little moments where there's just inflections in your voice that instantly are like, damn, she feels this.
Yeah, what was that song about? Was it about something in particular?
Yeah. It was about a breakup about to end.
Nice.
So,
yeah, and it just in that moment. No, and I
Yeah.
totally felt that everything that you said in there was like, you just know it's over, right?
Yeah.
You're like, if I'm being honest, it's just we're just not here right now.
Yeah.
What is that song? from the 90s. Is it Duncan Sheik? I know you're not going to know what the hell I'm talking about. You're
Oh,
like
wow.
I'm
5 years
26.
old.
I was yeah. 98,
Desperately
baby.
Wanted. What is that? But perfect example. He could have been like,
I feel like I've played this
I
song
still
down.
want you. It was like desperately wanted. When he says that, it was just like
Yeah.
a thing that's like sticks
Yeah.
and holds you.
Do you normally sing about breakup songs? Like, what do you normally sing about? Because you have
Yeah.
such a pretty voice.
Thank you. A lot
Yeah.
of breakup songs, I would
Really?
say. Little love songs in there, but mostly breakup.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You do have a love song voice. I'm excited for your love era because I think you have a really beautiful voice, and it's super unique too. So I'm gonna do this. I want to have you on again.
All right.
Can you play a love song
Yeah.
when you come on? Okay, so we're gonna schedule this in a couple weeks. I want to have you back on.
All right.
I want you to sing a love song.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
All right.
I want to hear it for
Sounds
me.
good.
Jamie, what do you think? Any thoughts? Any other thoughts?
No, I agree with the guys completely. Beautiful voice. And just obviously that's such a deep song, and clearly it means a lot to you. I think just as a listener, and the production might be different. I haven't heard this, out on Spotify or anything like that. But I just, as a listener, maybe, going in the chorus, just opening up just a little bit more to draw me in a little bit more, because it's such a beautiful song that you can, as a listener sometimes, if somebody's not locked in, you can kind of get lost in the song a little bit. But, I mean, I loved it.
I'm going to open it up. I want you to play your darkest breakup song or a love song. How about
Okay.
that?
All right.
Either or.
Okay.
Because what I'm trying to get from you is I want like that raw voice I heard in the first part of the chorus. I want to hear that.
Okay.
So bring me something raw.
All right.
Can we do that?
Yeah, you got it.
You're awesome. I can't
Thank
wait to
you.
hear what you're going to come
Thank you.
up with.
evil
So,
shit,
Yeah,
you know?
some evil shit. Yeah.
Thank
Hell
you
yeah.
guys.
Everybody give it up for Casey Moon. Come on.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you for coming on here. And we're going to talk about this next time she's on, but she spent half of her time in Australia, which is wild. I got to hear more about that next time you come back on.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Have you been to Australia? Have you played there?
No,
I
sadly.
segued there for a real
Oh yeah,
reason.
that's
I segued there for a real reason. This guy posted
nice.
last week that his number one city was it Sydney?
Oh, I did see that, yeah.
Sydney and Brisbane are my two most streamed cities ever.
That's
Somehow.
insane, dude.
And I
That's
only
insane.
say that because I used to get screenshots every once in a while of artist Spotify
Yeah.
that I couldn't ever log in. And anytime I'd get a screenshot every like few months, it was always that.
God.
And I've never even been to Australia. I don't really.
We're going to talk about Australia for a
Everything
second.
wants to kill you in Australia,
Draw the next
Oh,
name.
Here we go.
right?
Drum roll. Rachel Loren.
Let's go.
Rachel.
So
I didn't come in hot there. That
I thought
It
you
was
were great.
good.
That was perfect.
But
dude.
Why are you down
Austin's-
yourself, bro? Come on. You're doing
got
great.
this,
Do you see who
Jamie.
I'm sitting next
You're
to? The
doing
guy's
great.
got the hand
You're doing
motion. He
great.
was fired up.
You
I
look
can't
great.
compete with that.
Well, you're drinking water. That's your problem.
Probably. That's it.
But Austin's top streaming cities are also those cities.
Yes. No, I saw your cities, and I was like, this is not, and by the way, this is not just like Spotify. This is like weird shit. It was weird cities that were not top cities. So I'm going to put this on the podcast. Tyler Rich and I are going to go on tour in Australia. Okay? I'm going to manifest this, and if this clip gets enough views, if you're watching this in Australia, we are going to come and tour in Australia because our top
We're gonna do
cities are Australia. What the fuck?
That's unbelievable.
And in fact, my son's name is Jack. I will name him Kangaroo Jack if this video
Okay.
100,000 likes. I don't know. We'll start small.
Okay, hold on.
Can I come and play the saxophone on tour? Can I come and play the saxophone?
Yes. Yes. And just don't talk about the Buffalo Bills.
Go Bills, baby.
Um,
Yeah, the Niners struggling, man. What's going on?
All right.
Relax.
All right. Get back to the
The video
saxophone.
needs to start with you saying, if this video gets 100,000 likes, I'm naming my kid Kangaroo Jack. And
If
then,
this video gets 100,000 likes, I'm naming my kid Kangaroo Jack. And Tyler Rich and I are going to Australia. We're gonna go down under, and that was actually horrible. That was St.
wasn't
Paddy's.
very good.
We're gonna go down under, and we're gonna.
Little
Crikey, mate, we're gonna go down under. We're gonna
Yeah.
go and we're gonna tour in Australia.
You went from leprechaun to proper.
What is
Australia.
going
I got it.
Your son's going to watch this clip in 10 years and be like, you've got to be kidding me. That's why?
That's why I'm kangaroo?
Jeez.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm already farming my kid out. He's been born not even 24 hours.
He's been bullied for years, and he goes, "This was why."
It's a different age. Like, kids coming up now, everything. Social media, man.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
What's up,
but
gang?
seriously, all jokes aside, we want to come to Australia.
We do.
I want to go play with you.
I want to play.
Because we're going to play in Australia.
Well, just a couple
Yeah.
of dick K's. Sorry.
We got a tour in Australia.
Sorry.
It's expensive to do. It's hard to do on your own, but if you find somebody that has the same cities as you, it's not as hard, and I think
gotta
we can
ask-
make that happen. So
I have to talk to Casey Moon first about where the big ass spiders are
yeah,
and the big ass snakes.
Yeah, we can't be going around that shit.
That's nuts.
I'm not even putting my
me.
toes in the ocean in Australia.
yeah, dude.
No.
They got jellyfish this big that'll kill you.
Yeah, and
That's what I
sharks
Yeah,
80 times bigger than that. That'll
Yeah.
kill you.
I'll surf.
Also,
I'll
everywhere.
surf out there. I would surf out there.
Do you know how to surf?
Yeah, I grew up surfing.
That's a nope.
Okay, that was casual. Right? Yeah, screw
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
You're
No,
gonna
no
big
you grew
deal.
up surfing.
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
die surfing too.
I would probably die
if you go to Australia.
I'd probably die. I'd probably die.
It's full circle, baby. Circle life.
Damn.
Sorry.
All right.
But if you need me on the road playing the triangle or any, you let me know.
He's trying to get a job, dude.
I'm really mean with the triangle.
Are you hiring? Tyler, are you hiring?
Not triangle.
Hey, how has it been on the road? Not having a label to like guarantee your money and stuff. Has it been a little stressful and hoping people show up as an independent artist?
Yeah, I mean the money thing is the same because they're actually just not taking money now. Really, is what it comes down to. That.
Shit.
Well, because 360 deals,
Yeah.
So they don't take any money from my shows anymore, which is cool. But it's definitely different without a label promotion. But it's just been awesome. Like these past 4 days, two of the cities we played in, we had never played a ticketed show in, and the other two we had never headlined or been back since 2019, and it was just places. I primarily do really well on the West Coast, New England, Midwest. We don't ever, over the years, we never got support opportunities in the South. Really a lot. Every once in a while, the label would always give them to other people, blah, blah, blah. But so when it came through all these headline tours over the past few years, we would always skip those markets for the most part just because it's just, you don't want them to flop and all that stuff. Yeah. But for this tour, I was like, let's just go to these markets we never get booked in. Let's just go and
Did you hit them up, or do you have a booking agent, or how does that work?
Yeah, the agent did
Nice.
it all. But I
Nice.
just sent him like markets we wanted to go to, and
You called the shots.
yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's
Well,
gotta
the
feel
calling the
good.
shots thing is cool and all, stressful, but the best thing of all of it is just creative freedom again. And I will also say with the label thing, I know it sounds like I'm anti-record label. I think record labels are very important. Record deals.
You've also
are
had
very
2 record
important.
deals. 2 record deals.
The other one was so long ago.
I know, but you had 2 record deals, so you can say
I was
whatever
in
the
the
fuck
pop,
you want.
pop punk band.
Say
I was
whatever
in
you want.
a thing, but
Talk-
yeah, that was like
Are
20,
those songs
20
still
years
out?
ago.
Are those songs still out?
I'll never tell you the band's name.
I have
yes.
been dying to
I'm
find the
gonna
name.
find out. I promise you that.
Joe
Oh.
wouldn't tell me.
No.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
having a record deal, if you are ready to get one, you will be approached to be signed. But I would make sure that don't be ready just based off of talent. Be ready based off experience, building grassroots fans, guerrilla marketing, really connecting with people for as many years, months as you possibly can before you get the big push from a label. Or everybody that comes from that big push are only there from this mass-wide appeal of promotion. They're only there because the radio station convinced them it's a good idea to come. We love country radio for doing this. But if you have those grassroots real fans in place, they will stick there forever. And then you just continue to make sure you grow those same people. Being independent is so much easier because of what I was able to build before and during my record label era. If I never got signed, I feel like being independent would be a hell of a lot harder. Doesn't mean it's impossible. Yeah, but I love everybody at my label. I talk to them all the time still, and I understand the business and why weird things happen that shouldn't be happening or should be. But I'm very, very happy to be independent.
We're happy to have you independent, and it's exciting.
It's a cool
an exciting
family.
time. All right, everybody, give it up for our next guest tonight, Miss Rachel Lauren, singing her song John Wayne.
Mama said this is a loading gun, and that boy was born to run. Don't fall in love on a whim, baby girl, don't follow him. But have you ever seen the red, red river next to his blue, blue eyes? Have you ever felt the heat of his touch underneath the Texas sky? You keep telling me to wait, cowboys don't change, don't give my heart away, hey, hey, to John Wayne. Mama, what she said, son, take away the one she loved, says that's what they were made to do. But baby girl, I want more for you. But have you ever seen the red, red river next to his blue, blue eyes? Have you ever felt the heat of his touch underneath the Texas sky? You keep telling me to wait, cowboys don't change, don't give my heart away, hey, hey, to John Wayne. Probably take my whole life to hang a saddle and just be mine. But to me it ain't wasted time. 'Cause have you ever seen the red, red river next to his blue, blue eyes? Have you ever felt the heat of his touch underneath the Texas sky? You keep telling me to wait, cowboys don't change, don't give my heart away, hey, hey, to John Wayne. Don't give my heart away, hey, hey, to John Wayne.
Are you kidding me? There
Rachel
it is.
Lauren. Jamie, let's start it out. Start it out. You're fired up. Let's
great.
go.
Okay, well, to be honest with
I've
you,
never seen someone on stage go like
the
this.
amount of energy I have is just incredible sometimes.
From all this
but-
water.
Yeah,
What
man.
do you do about
Hey,
it,
I'm high
Jamie?
on life, man. High on life. Okay, well, I know this is like, you're hearing something for the first time, and like, wow, I can't even lie. John Wayne, one of my favorite songs. When Rachel put it out, this is just one of my favorites. The production on it is just so beautiful, and of course, her voice, the control, going into the chorus, it just explodes, and I just don't have enough good things to say. This is one of my favorite songs.
You've known her before. You've heard her before.
Rachel's like one of the cornerstones and hidden gems in Nashville, in my eyes. 100%.
All right.
Like I've been
Jamie's
such a
so
big
nice.
Go off,
Rachel Loren
Queen.
fan.
Let's go.
And again, we talk about authenticity and sound and things like that, songwriting, all the things. And Rachel, from day one, hearing her music, she was one of the ones, going through New Music Friday. I'm like, whoa, come on now, how about it? So how about it?
And that was with me playing guitar. Imagine if I had Max Valory.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, my guitar
you were
player
great.
is stellar. But you're so nice, Jamie.
Hey,
I love you.
you
I'm
know-
gonna every time I need a pick me up, I'm gonna call you.
Let's go.
That's
yeah.
why
I'll
I'm
be
the
like,
perfect
hey, I'm
person.
having a bad
But
day.
again, a little cheat code. Like I've known that song for years, but I just
So
love
it's
it, man.
out. It's out. The song's out.
Yeah.
Hell
Am
yeah.
I allowed to A-list a song?
You can A-list it. Let's go.
A-listed. There it is.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. Congratulations, you made the A-list.
Thank you, thank you. I love it.
You're from Gun Barrel City, Texas.
You can't make that up.
Hell yeah.
Holy
That is
shit.
crazy. One of my old roommates was from a town called Cut and Shoot, Texas.
Yeah, I know where that's at.
Where is it?
It's
Are
not
you guys
by me.
neighboring cities?
No. But we
You
just have
gotta
similar
drive
names.
through Cut and Shoot and Barrel City just to
Gun Barrel City.
make it. Oh my God. Gun
Nah,
Barrel
but I do know where
City.
that's at,
Where
yeah.
is it? Where's Gun Barrel City?
So I'm in East Texas, which
Okay.
is like we're about an hour and a half of Dallas.
Nice.
So not quite to like
I was just in
like
Fort
Golden.
Worth on
Okay.
Wednesday. Is it close
Okay.
to there?
No, it's about 2 hours from Fort Worth. My older
Okay.
sister and her husband live in White Settlement, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth was
So,
awesome. It's my first
yeah.
time there. Great city.
Did you go to the stockyards?
I did. I
Yeah.
had to go. It was an experience, and I heard some of the best talent I've ever heard in my life. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things at the stockyards that
Yeah,
are not.
yeah.
This is a family podcast. We're not going to talk about it, but
Oh, it's not a family podcast.
all right. Well, one
I
time.
just
He
have.
just has a family.
I just got a family today. No.
Let her cook, yeah.
Another member to the family, but yeah, it's not a family podcast. Go ahead.
I love
Say
that
your
though.
story.
Oh, you really want me to?
Oh,
All right,
absolutely.
so it was my best friend's engagement party, and her older brother. I'm not gonna. I mean, if they listen to this, they know who it is. It's okay. I love you. They he's a little wild fella, and Fort Worth, the stockyards specifically, are known for there's legitimate cowboys and there's like fake cowboys, right? It's just kind of everywhere.
Like Nashville.
It's exactly like Nashville. Well, her brother is a legitimate cowboy and likes to drink a lot and just started running his mouth. And I've never in my life seen so many grown men just at each other. I mean, like I was eating brisket, so it's a thing in Texas too. Like, especially the stockyards, there's all these little like areas you can go like at 2 a.m. doesn't matter and get some brisket or like
There's like brisket.
whatever you want, like
taco
a
trucks.
pork sandwich. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Mexican food, whatever you want. So it's like 2 a.m. and I'm just like holding my brisket sandwich and I'm watching him just get the beat out of him. And we're just like, hey, can somebody get on this? And he's just kind of tells all this time. Some rowdy
the
stuff
stockyards
down
were
there.
wild. I was there on a Wednesday night, and it feels like a Saturday night in Nashville.
All the
So
time.
It was very fun.
Yeah.
So all right, tell me a little bit about this. Is my first time hearing you, so I'm glad that Jamie's heard you. Tell me a little bit more about you. How long you been in Nashville for?
I've been in Nashville for 5 years. So I grew up singing in church and choir. I have an interesting story. So my parents got divorced when I was in 3rd grade, and I was homeschooled, so I had to go to real school. My mom had to get a job, and they said you could choose art, choir, or I don't know, like band or something. And I was like, Mom, I think I kind of want to do choir. And she was like, well, like sing something, because I'm not gonna have that kid that's not that good. So I did, and I got super lucky that my choir teacher saw something in me really, really young and gave me free vocal lessons. So I had a single mom and did a lot for me. And then I from Texas, so I'm really big into Texas country, and I went to Texas State University, and that's when like Parker McCollum and Cody Johnston were coming up, and I just was like, dang, that's so cool. Like, how do they do that? Because I'd kind of been out of the music scene for a while. I just
They
didn't
have
know
a
how to do
great
it.
music program at Texas State, don't they?
They have a great music program everywhere, but yes.
I
Yeah,
think
I did
Texas
not go
State-
for it.
Yeah. But they there's a lot of music
Yeah,
within that. Where is
yeah.
Texas State, by the way?
It's in San Marcos.
Okay,
So it's in
gotcha.
Cheatham Street, or one of the big venues there is called Cheatham Street, and I actually got to play that a couple years ago on my first tour ever with Cat Hasty, and it was like
Hell
the
yeah.
coolest full circle moment from John Wayne. So I am very, very grateful for that song. I'm gonna bring a guitar player next time, and y'all are gonna hear the real
No,
thing.
you were great.
But
Yeah, that's
You were great.
awesome.
It's I'm so happy he loved it, and Jamie was like my biggest supporter from the beginning. So mad love to you for real.
That's awesome. Tyler, what do you think, man?
Did you say your sister lives in White Settlement, Texas?
I know, yeah, she does.
That sounds bad.
We did not name it. We did not name it. It's just what it's
These
named.
towns are wild out
Yeah.
I know.
Texas really does seem made up
Okay.
sometimes.
Gun Barrel.
Yeah, Gun Barrel City.
Yeah, the song was awesome. It's more than awesome. Song was amazing. Your voice is amazing. I loved it. It was haunting.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
love that. Thank you.
It was very, just
Felt like your mom was telling you something.
She tells me many things
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah. You said your mom's a
Constantly.
single mom? Is that?
Yeah, my mom's
Yeah.
a single mom. She raised 4 of us by herself.
Wow,
So
Damn.
that's so impressive.
my mom is, yeah, for real.
Wow.
Give it up
Rachel's
for my mom.
mom.
I am nothing
What's her
without
name?
my mom.
What's her name?
Debbie French.
Shout out to
French.
Debbie French.
Yeah.
What a legend.
No, for real. I could spend hours talking about my mom. She is like literally the definition of pick yourself up by the bootstraps and figure it out. So
Have you dated some John Waynes?
yeah. I sure have. I'm married now, so no more John Wayne's.
Okay,
But
good,
but
good,
yeah,
good.
but I have.
How much time do we have?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, congrats on making the A-list.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Jamie
Thank you guys so
Mappin.
much.
And we'll have you back, and thank you so much. Give it
Yeah,
up for
thank
Rachel
you
Loren.
guys.
Thanks, Rachel.
All right, I'm going to draw our last name. Mr. Billy Baker, come on up here.
What a Billy Baker.
That's a great name. Great name.
All American. I think that's the dad's name.
So, Jamie, you're obviously excited about
Sorry.
Rachel Loren. Who else? Give me top 3 artists you're excited about 2025, Upstart Music.
Okay, well, that's like the most, for somebody like me, the most impossible question. But
Top
I
3.
saw it,
Top 3.
so I looked it up a little bit.
Top 3.
I have it up.
Smart.
Not in order, but number 1, I got to go Lacey K. Booth. She's just got
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, I'm not trying to start rumors on this podcast, but I saw Lacey K. Booth and Morgan Evans at Target the other day buying shit for a house.
Now you know.
They have been publicly.
Now you know. Dude, you could have sold that to like TMZ. What are you
I don't
doing?
give a shit. I need to sell
You
it
could
to
have
my own
made some
podcast.
money, man.
No,
They've
dude.
been posting pictures together for a while.
Oh, they have?
I'm all about the tea.
Yeah,
you know?
they're definitely
Nice.
together.
Yeah.
They were all up on each other at the Starbucks, and my wife actually pointed it out to me. She goes, "Oh, I thought I saw Morgan because I've known Morgan for a while, or at least brushed shoulders with him. I saw him, and I was like, that's Morgan Evans, and he's a lot taller than I thought, in real life.
That's a good compliment.
And then
I'm
my
not.
wife saw that it was Lacey, and yeah, they're definitely doing something. They're buying floor mats and
Now
shit.
you know.
Yeah.
No, but Lacey K. Booth, damn good in a dive bar. Had it on repeat.
Okay.
Incredible. Her album, Loneliest Girl in the World, top tier. So 1, and then I got to go Cassius Culpepper.
Yeah.
He, man, it's just talk about authenticity and finding your own sound. It's like he's got this soul, country, little R&B, a little bit of everything, which is very impressive.
Imagine having the name Cassius Culpepper.
That's
and
the
not
coolest name
Yeah.
of all
And
time.
then coming out with music that sounds like anybody else would
No,
be
yeah.
so boring.
And then the Castellos, man, trio.
Yeah,
They're-
Oh, yeah.
They just the energy is electric. I put them on. That's coming out with the little fist pump. A
Which
little
one
bit
Did
of
you say the
everything.
Castellos?
No,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Castellos, right?
No,
It's not.
No, okay. I thought so too. And then, I host rounds and stuff, so I hate mispronouncing names. So I went to their Instagram. I'm scrolling because sometimes they'll introduce themselves.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Castellos or whatever, and I looked. The Castellos.
Castellos. All right.
It still throws me off. I don't know how to pronounce, but
Which one of them are you trying to date?
man,
All of them?
dating in Nashville,
Hell yeah.
I'm over it, man.
You're over it?
Dating in dude, I've been single 6 years in Nashville. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. Dean, right?
I mean, yeah, you guys you're not.
right?
I love how you just
I feel
back
like-
to Dean.
Well,
You're
he's
like,
he's
I mean,
shaking
yeah.
his head. He knows.
He needed
It's
back
a-
up.
I feel
So he
like
backed up.
I feel like I was contributing to the mess for a while, but now, so I can't really
you were, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but
Dude.
now
Oh
now
my
I'm
God, dude. I was
I'm
on
on
this
the other
I'm not
side.
even going to say who it was,
It's-
but I was on this podcast and there was somebody performing and I literally was about to ask her who that song was about. And then I was like, holy shit, there's a 10% probability it's about Dean. I'm not going to ask that question.
But
no,
I
it is.
mean,
There have been no weird interactions.
we don't
on
have
this
that
show.
much time. But dating in Nashville? Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? What are we doing?
I don't know, man.
I can't
actually
deal with
don't
it.
know.
I
don't
can't. Yeah,
know.
you're lucky.
It's
I
like
can't deal with it. I'm
Everyone
over
is
it.
here for their own benefit. It's
Yeah.
why we move. So it is definitely.
And it's like, hey, do you have VIP to this? I'm like, no, I don't. Okay.
Well, that's a
next.
whole other thing.
Yeah, that's. We don't have time. Let's move on.
All right. Well, I have one more question before we move on. Speaking of VIP, random question for Tyler, because you know so many people. Who's the most famous person in your phone right now? And keep in mind, I'm going to ask this again because I don't want to clip it weird.
Megan Maroney.
His wife is a big-time movie star in L.A., so it's like L.A. people, New York people, Nashville people. Who's the most famous person in your phone?
Probably Steph Curry.
Oh, are you
That's
serious?
sick.
Ooh, he was at your wedding.
Yeah.
He was at your
Whoa,
wedding.
whoa, what?
Yes. Steph Curry was at
Guilty
your
by
wedding.
wife association, and
That's
it's a good
sick,
life,
dude.
baby.
That's a good one.
That's amazing.
Steph Curry with the shot, boy. Yeah, that's
He just had a
dope.
kid. Okay,
That's
give him a
dope.
break.
Chef Curry with the shot. That's dope.
Dude,
All right,
he's
all right,
back
give me
on
one
it
more.
this
Give me
year.
one more. I know
He
you got
doesn't
one more.
text me back, but it's
I know you got one more. Who else? Who else?
Oh man. Trying to think of like. There's plenty of country singers, but I'm trying to think of like
Yeah, different.
more
different.
like household name. Like it's another athlete, but Kittle, George Kittle.
Let's
Oh,
go.
hell yeah.
Let's
That's
go.
incredible.
That's sick.
My friend first, she brought me Steph. I brought her George.
Nice. That
Well
feels
done.
even.
Pretty cool.
I have Josh Allen in my phone. No, I'm just kidding.
Holy shit.
That would be incredible.
Billy, before you start, I want to ask. I already tell you you're going to be good. Have you ever thought about going on tour with Bailey Zimmerman?
Oh my God. Whoa.
What?
You kind of do look like him.
I don't know from my peripheral.
Really? Dude, I get.
Oh, you just made that face. You went-
I didn't do
You
that.
look
I didn't do
just
that.
like Bailey
Dude, I get
Zimmerman.
everything. I've gotten Messi, Cooper Cup.
Oh,
Messi.
Messi, I could see
I don't
too,
know.
though.
No, Mac Miller, don't get that at all.
Rest in peace.
McGregor, I mean, that's just the beer.
I love how I said that.
Do
You
you
had
get-
no idea what I was talking about. I was like, Billy Zimmerman. You
Said
you
what?
looked at Billy. You were like, that'd be cool.
I didn't know if
dude.
that
We
was
should
like
go."
I didn't know if that was like an inside joke of like, yeah, Bailey, man.
Love the Kimes Ranch hat there from Arizona. Scottsdale, love that. Let's go. All right, well, give it up for Billy Baker singing a song kind of like you.
I only drink on the weekends. I only jump off the deep end. I got a habit of giving all I have to the things that break me down. I know that I should quit it, and every time I try that on weekend comes around. Ooh, maybe I should try me some therapy. But ooh, that devil on my shoulder won't let me. My addiction's intermittent. I tried to fix it, but it ain't leaving this town. I can smoke until it burns down, or drink until I pass out. Ain't no way around. I got some problems and I should probably solve them, but some of them help me through, kinda like you. I only fall for the wrong ones. I only call you when I'm drunk. When I think I'm quitting, that 7 starts to hitting, and ain't no stopping us now. By the time I'm sober and finally got control of it, clocks just count back down. Ooh, maybe I should try me some therapy. But ooh, that devil on my shoulder won't let me. My addiction's intermittent. I tried to fix it, but it ain't leaving this town. I can smoke until it burns down, or drink until I pass out. Ain't no way around. I got some problems and I should probably solve them, but some of them help me through, kinda like you. I only drink on the weekends, but I only jump off the deep end.
Yeah, Mr. Billy Baker. Dude, let's go. Where are you from, man?
I'm from Jackson.
Nice, nice. Mississippi or Tennessee?
Tennessee. Like
Okay.
Yeah. No.
They're
was like-
different place. Yeah.
Honestly, I get that all the time. Every time you say like Jackson, oh, like Mississippi. No.
Yeah. Well, there's you got to be
Not
specific. Diamondback's old affiliate was there. They moved now, but it's another subject. I'm a big Diamondbacks fan, dude. There's so many songs that are like, oh, the liquor gets me through, and I drink and I smoke, but it's not like. But that was a super unique song, and there's something about your voice that it draws you in, and it's super, just unique and real and raw, and I love when you get that gravel in your voice. I'm a sucker. Obviously, I've said it a couple times tonight, but I'm a sucker for that gravel and that raw emotion in the song, and. You did it, man. It was great. I loved the song. Some of them helped me through the drinking, the smoking, kind of like you. And it was cool. It was a different take on a song that I've heard a lot of times. So
Thank you.
Love it. Absolutely.
Yeah, like right off the top, as soon as you said that first line, I don't drink on the weekend.
Yeah.
I was like, dope. It's like they say, like those memes, like, if you see me going like, it means I'll love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your voice is so sick. It's kind of like with Rachel. It was haunting in a way to. I don't know. I'm never gonna let my wife listen to your voice probably.
I get that.
Because it just was like shit she puts on and then gives me that look, And so, I would say, just especially playing acoustic, I'm such a dynamics guy, and so I loved when I hit that pre-hook and you hit that falsetto. I was in the whole time, and I was really in on the chorus. It might just because the acoustic was too loud and like my mix over here where I couldn't really hear your words. But the melody still held me. I would love to hear that when you're playing acoustic, not even doing a full strum on the hook,
Dude.
and just letting your voice take us to the chorus.
To be honest, I was debating on, because I wrote that as a full band song.
Yeah.
Like everybody else does for the most part. And I was debating on just keeping that through the chorus, and I was like, well.
Can I hear that?
Yeah, and apparently you can hear songs the best in the bathroom, and I'm about to piss my pants, so I'm gonna do that. I want to hear you do that.
Brought to you by Dick
Well, let's
Carriers.
hold on. While he's relieving himself through his dick carriers.
No pressure, right?
20%
You came from a
off
family
playlist.
of music, so your parents, your dad.
Yeah.
were
So
music or-
basically, anyone that shares my last name, if they can't play at least one instrument, they're not related to us. Like
Yeah.
we don't own them. Like you're just like, no, you're over there.
You're not
No,
a real
I'm kidding.
baker.
Yeah, if they don't play an instrument, they bake
Yeah, they're
Thanks.
adopted.
Yeah.
bakers.
That makes sense.
That was a bad joke.
No, it was great.
I'm not the host. I'm stressed. I'm sweating now that he's gone.
I'm sorry, Tyler.
Yeah.
Well, you've got the mic, and he's not up here, so you're.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
you're good, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to my show.
Hell yeah.
I love that. When was it says you wrote your first song at 12.
Yeah.
When did you start playing live?
2 months ago.
Oh,
What?
shit. Cool.
Wait.
How old are you?
Hold that.
Yeah.
What? 2 months?
Like 2 months ago.
You started playing live 2 months ago?
I do a few like local acoustic sets
That's
here
crazy.
in Jackson.
Dude,
Or well, there in Jackson.
what if I just took a shit and just made you guys wait?
That was, we were ready.
would be
We had a whole alternate
That
show.
would be
5 minutes
hilarious. Tyler's like, what is going on?
I didn't need that image in my head.
I'm sorry.
But
I
thank
just
you
thought
so
about that. I
thank
thought about
you
that
so
and I was
much.
like, that'd be so hilarious
So,
if I just
yeah,
didn't
so,
come out.
like-
Sorry.
So did you
2
want to be a
months.
writer
It's only been
first
playing out
only,
2
or
months.
That's crazy.
No, I mean I was never really I need to be in the limelight or I want to be in the limelight kind of person. Like that's just not my personality. And I went through like a lot of shit like 2 or 3 years ago, and weirdly enough, my best friend lives in Arizona, and he told me, he's like, dude, you've written so many songs, like just put one out there, like just because, So I did, and I was sitting there one day and I was like, you know what? Writing a song is a lot cheaper than therapy. So
Get that on a T-shirt.
yeah, that's trademarked, by the way. No, I'm kidding. So it's cheaper than therapy. Putting it out there, not necessarily, but at the same time, if nothing ever comes of it, 15 years down the road, I can turn around and be like, all right, you know what? I checked that off the list. So that was really kind of my driving force behind it, was just just to do it, just because one day I can look back and say, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, cool.
So,
What did you do before music?
so I still hold a full-time job. I run a mechanical engineering company.
Wow, that's
And
sick.
So like, whenever I leave here, I'm driving back to Jackson. I'm gonna get up and go to work tomorrow.
Damn.
Oh man, I'm sorry to make you the last person to
Oh
play
no,
tonight.
you're fine.
That's
I
impressive.
actually, I like it. I enjoyed hearing everybody, and it's really cool what you guys are doing here.
Thanks, man. No, I think again, I said it from the beginning, but we're trying to get people like you to come and hang out and spend time with us because it's like, you're so talented. You deserve to be here. And he didn't do it yet, did he? I didn't hear it.
No, you don't have to do the whole.
I want to hear you. I want to hear
Just
you
play a
on the
little bit of
chorus.
it.
Oh, and the
Play it super soft. And
But
sing.
start on that pre-chorus. Like, get us
yeah.
there, you know?
Ooh, maybe I should try me some therapy. Ooh, that devil on my shoulder won't let me. And my addiction's intermittent. I tried and tried to fix it. It ain't leaving this town. I could smoke until it burns out, or drink until I pass out. Ain't no way around. I got some problems and I should probably solve them, but some of them help me through. Kinda like you.
Yes, sir. Give it up. For
Can we
Billy
get a
Baker.
little yeah, baby?
Well
done. Well done.
Yeah,
well
baby.
done. This show is all about what just happened. Okay, that song is so good. Your voice, though, it's soft power. It's raw power. You have to play the guitar in a way that boosts your vocal, right? And Tyler was right. That right there, put your vocal on top. And you think about mixing. If you're going to go in and mix a song, you never have the guitar higher than your vocal. Right. So think about that when you're playing live. You want that guitar to really emphasize and bring your vocal to light, and that just did it. But guess what? Everybody thinks when they play live, you got to jam on that chorus and hit it hard. But you said it the first time you were on here. It's about dynamics. Bring the guitar, bring everything together. Make sure your vocal's on top. And, dude,
Sick.
amazing.
Very
It
sick.
was so
You,
Very
my
cool.
friend, drove from Jackson, Tennessee, which is unbelievable. It's not about you doing that. By the way, is your town all right from the tornadoes and all the shit?
Yeah, they're good.
You guys are okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
Selmer got hit, which is like an hour south of us.
Yeah, that's okay. Good to hear that. I'm going to make your drive worth it. You just made the A-list.
A-list, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Would love to have you back, Billy. I think you got something cool in his voice, don't you think, man?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Billy, I just got to say, man, like, we've talked about it a bunch up here about the authenticity and finding your own sound. And as an artist, it's not always the easiest thing because you have all these influences you're hearing and obviously just how crazy Nashville can be. But, you know, a lot of what I see is you got the Zach Bryan lane, you got the Morgan Wallen lane. That song I just heard, that was the Billy Baker lane, man. And that's,
Yeah, baby.
I mean,
Yes,
that's
sir.
what it's about, and it was catchy. It had a great riff. Your voice is incredible, and it's like, as a listener, like I'm listening to so much music, I can tell or not probably within 15 seconds if it's going to be good or not, or if I resonate with it. And right away, you almost didn't have to sing. I said, "Oh, this is going to be a cool song."
Yeah.
Are
It
you
was the way
putting
it was
that out,
planned.
or what?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Yeah,
Do you have
so-
a demo of that?
I haven't recorded. I wrote that like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
even like a work tape or a demo, you send that my way, and I'm gonna be jamming it in the car. Like that's
Yeah,
good stuff
yeah.
right there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations, man. This is a sign for you to keep doing what you're doing. So keep it
Killing
up.
it.
Keep it up, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Give it up for Billy Baker, everybody. Before we run out of time, I want to just give Tyler a little shit on your Giants' new City Connect uniforms. Probably
think I've
the
seen
worst. Probably the worst uniforms I've ever seen in Major League Baseball.
I gotta.
Not only are they the NL West rivals of the Diamondbacks, it is just so embarrassing as a city to have your city connected by absolute trash. I mean, I've never seen anything so horrible. The San Francisco Giants are your new favorite team.
Is that?
I mean, just the worst things I've ever seen. Congratulations.
I looked at my phone. I was
on
what? Busy.
They look like a bruised knee. They're, I sent you. What did I send you?
I don't know. You hazed me over like 15 texts as if I was the person that created these jerseys.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm not going to repeat the things I said to you, but they definitely were influenced by
they would offend
some of your political leaders. They're horrible.
My political
horrible.
leaders.
Horrible. Anyways.
I'm just from California.
No,
don't get them going on that.
I'm not going.
Don't.
I got to get back to my, no, you're a Giants fan too. Those are awful jerseys. You should be embarrassed.
He's showing me the
Horrible.
score of the game.
Whatever.
Go Yankees.
All right. I got to get back to my wife at the hospital with my new son. My name's Austin Burke, Tyler Rich, Jamie Shoemaker, Dean Purificato, Cody Hawkins. This is the Playlist and Podcast, and we're out, baby.